Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
StarLadder.
Team secrets turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Shadow Demon.
Team secrets turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Well, I think
5 seconds
I've had
remaining.
enough fun for one day, and I think Pile Die has had enough fun as well. Back to the
Reserve
Shadow
time.
Demon for him. No more fun things. I've actually seen a game where a Witch Doctor ended up on the top of the net worth chart. It was a mess of a game. It was really weird, but it happened. I have never seen something like that for a Shadow Demon pick, so
Reserve
yeah,
time.
he's probably just going to be a little bit poor. But they're on
Dire
Radiant.
team pick.
He has been playing some pretty greedy farming for positions. You can abuse the Radiant pull in the tier 2, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Team Secret try to go for that again. And I want to see if Vega Squadron, most likely Seneko, can be the one to
Team
stop that.
secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's not really like a direct combo necessarily, like a Slardar Lifestealer would be. It's a lot more, brute force. The combo is a lot more obvious there. I mean, they do have a lot of physical damage here, and when you're dealing with an enemy Ember Spirit, it is pretty important that you get initiation and make sure that you stick onto your targets and kill them off quickly with physical if you can. They will be able to do that moving forward. It's still not impossible to see them pick up some more of those heavy physical right clickers. If they do want to go in for a Shadow Fiend matchup versus Ember Spirit, that would be pretty good, and we'll still offer them that damage to kill off those towers. So, yeah, it is still a reasonable opening for the Vega Squadron side, and they actually ban out the Darkseer themselves. I thought they would have tried to keep that in for the Darkseer Slaughter lane.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure.
Reserve time.
I wonder if they're thinking about getting a combo with Puppy. With Pile Die with a Shadow Demon, like Shadow Demon Kunkka type combo. And so Shadow Demon, just for Shadow Demon's sake, is going to be slightly weaker in the disruption standpoint, but we've seen also Pile Die get just a ton of Shadow Poison and apply a lot of pressure in lane with that as just like a spam harassment tool. So Shadow Demon's kind of awkwardly placed right now. There's not going to be many things to clone or really even save allies from. Like Blink Crush is okay to save from, but not amazing. So I'm interested to see how this Shadow Demon's actually going to fit in. You pick up a Shadow Demon, you need to have some sort of value with that disruption. Otherwise, pretty much any other hero could be doing a similar thing.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Dude, you got to work on your
Team
shopping.
Secrets turn
That's not how
to
shopping
pick.
works. Okay, don't go into it.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. Okay. We'll drop it. We'll drop it.
Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Crystal Maiden.
Dire team pick.
Mhm. Always that.
10 seconds
Yeah, there's
remaining.
always that possibility you got to watch out for. Crystal Maiden to Puppy,
5
most likely going to be
seconds remaining.
playing things pretty passively in the jungle. You can pretty easily smoke out with a Crystal Maiden, Shadow Demon, gank into like an Ember Spirit lane, or really gank into any
Team
lane,
Secrets
and still
turn
find
to
a lot of
pick.
success. If the Slaughter is going to be played as a 4-position kind of roamer, it's kind of the way to play him these days. He can mess with Crystal Maiden quite a bit in her attempts to jungle, so Secret do have to watch out for that one. But still, I mean,
10
this setup
seconds
is
remaining.
perhaps Team Secret is perhaps lacking a way to really abuse Shadow Demon.
5 seconds
It is still very
remaining.
strong because you have all this mana, you have all this lockdown with the Ember Spirit, and right now they have ways of getting on top of a lone druid, like
Dire
clockwork.
team pick.
Bat Rider!
Team Secrets turn to ban.
Mhm.
That
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
You know what? You can get you can get cogs to go up, and then you can get a Sunstrike to come
Dire team
down.
ban.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. But Vegas Squadron have a draft going on too, and I really like this silencer in his
10
position.
seconds
It's not
remaining.
really again like a great hero or like a super amazing hero to have
5
synergistically with
seconds
like a lone
remaining.
druid or a SlarDar. It's strong but not incredible. It is though very incredible when you're going
Reserve
up against these heroes now from Secret. Like Clockwork is a hero that is going to have to try to target silencer, otherwise global silence. After you hookshot in, if you get global silence, you're in a lot of trouble. Ember Spirit, if you try to jump in with all your spirits and then you get silenced before you can jump, you're in a lot of trouble because your damage output from there on out drops to 0. Obviously, CM and Shadow Demon need to be casting their spells as well, so this
Team
silencer has a lot
Secrets
of high
turn to
value,
pick.
and now a life stealer for Vega Squadron. Team Secret are pretty much exclusively magic damage based, and life stealer has magic immunity.
10 seconds remaining.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Terrorblades is up against, well, pretty much both drafts are
Prepare
very,
for
very
battle.
physical based. So having a, or I mean, not both drafts. Vega's draft is very physical based. Having this high armor hero of the Terrorblade, finally getting some sort of combo with the Shadow Demon in that Terrorblade is maybe not quite as good as having a Luna, but it is certainly able to get the job done. He will have to be fairly careful though. Like there are so many ways that Vega can initiate on that Terrorblade. Blink Crush, obviously Batrider is going to be looking to do that, and with Global Silence to cover your entrance, you're not going to be able to count on a disruption from a Shadow Demon to keep you safe. You may not even be able to get a Sunder off because you're just going to be silenced or disabled the entire time. I do think this Terrorblade is kind of a necessity for Team Secret because they do need that just raw right-click damage, but he's still not going to have the
30
cleanest game.
seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Queen of the realm. God, with this blood I seal my promise of dominion.
Ends up giving Terrorblade 7 Magic Stick charges just to start out with. Killing him now is going to be just so much more difficult, and you'll probably get level 2 Conjure Image, and then you could get a couple of those pretty much for free, given that free mana start from Mag. I understand trying to go for that invade with Batrider. Napalm is very, very powerful if you have a lot of time to set up for it. You're going into a Metamorphosis. Like, this is, I would say, the ultimate of Terrorblade, more so than Sunder. You really can't compete with a Terrorblade's damage output, and you're working mostly off of right clicks. Again, he has 10 armor. You can't kill a 10 armor hero easily. Just, ask Ogre Magi. So yeah, that was already kind of an ill-advised attempt there from Vega, and they're gonna keep Seneko and Mag on this bottom lane. Seneko should be trying to pressure as much as he can, but right now Puppy is already level 2, almost level 3 actually.
So now stopping there. Forget when you're.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
I know, man. I was talking about a level 1 Terrorblades. Like, a level 1 Batrider, rather. Like, Napalm is great, but it's just like a kind of a right-click tool. Level 2 Batrider is just so much better than level 1 Batrider, where you actually have some magical damage. You can actually abuse Napalm and get full value off of it with your spells, as is intended to do by design. So they kill off mid one, and yeah, that's pretty much what they should be looking to do with this kind of low amount of magic damage that they have. Try to abuse it as much as possible. Try to use it as much as possible to keep this pressure onto the Terrorblade. And they're going to go in for round 2. Bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're chasing after Pi. It is a 3v2 lane. Puppy went towards mid lane for a little while. He's level 4, so he is ready to go. But add a Frostbite, add a Nova on top of that Batrider's chase, and I want to say that mid one usually survives those scenarios if he has another hero to help him out with. But for right now, with only a 2v3 lane, it's a lot tougher. But now the Puppy is actually here, this lane, a lot more difficult here for the Vega Squadron side. Puppy has gone for a very aura-based build, pretty standard stuff, but his ability to disable, his ability to cover for mid one is significantly decreased. Mm-hmm.
I cut 2 ways.
By the way, in case anyone's wondering, the other lanes are pretty much a wash. Like, this top lane for Heizu is keeping Dichira's mana down, and if you keep the Lifestealer's mana down, you're not going to die pretty much ever. So he's going to be just fine up against the Lifestealer, who also with the just a little bit of positioning shouldn't really go down either. If he makes a mistake, though, Clockwork is approaching the level 6 mark. Lifestealer is a little bit more vulnerable than vice versa. Does have to watch out for that, and MP already getting some help for his Lone Druid matchup. G should probably be fine moving forward as long as he's able to dodge ganks, but here's another one coming for him. Level 4 CM, level 3 Shadow Demon, and an Ember Spirit who's ready to go. G only has 700 HP, so that is a very easy hero to kill.
Immediately jump in the end. Keep one more over. Down and spot him over.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You have been denied.
That was so close to being a dodged gank there from G. They scanned, and like for a millisecond that scan was red. They knew that someone was there, but as soon as they dropped that scan and saw it was red, then they jumped in. Like, it was already too late by that time. If that scan dropped like 1 second earlier, G would have lived. He just went back and scanned, then he would have lived. That was very close to being an escape, and then everyone just falls for save my ally syndrome. You're looking at like a level 2 Slaughter at the time versus a level 5 Crystal Maiden versus a level 4 Shadow Demon. Even though Slaughter is a strength hero, he can take some hits. You were working with so much extra power from the supports on the Team Secret side of things. And with no magic damage to burn through this Flame Guard, MP's damage is pretty much guaranteed with this now maxed out spell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there's this kind of understanding in Dota that if you're a support, you're supposed to be an early game hero. Oh, top lane actually, Raz and Cogs. Oh.
Ember strength now rekindled.
On that PM.
Well, MP.
Countered in the flame.
Bury me with my glaives.
Thus ends the lesson.
And it's the fact that, as you said, like Vega don't really have early game supports. They're really good in the mid late game. Like Silencer as a support is perhaps one of the best in the mid late game. Like we saw Puppy just manhandling people with like 40 intelligence stolen one of Secret's previous games. This game may or may not get to that stage, but for right now he like doesn't have any CC. He barely has any significant amounts of damage, and Seneko, very similarly, they both have to rely on their cores to do a lot of damage. And for Secret, they're pretty much evenly balanced out. They're pretty much everyone can do damage at this point. Everyone has some sort of utility. And they're buying quite a bit of space now for this Terrorblade in theory, but he's actually still playing things very cautiously in the jungle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No more from me.
A little advice. Stay dead.
Oh, and Puppy, he's been playing a pretty aggressive Crystal Maiden so far. He's gonna go for a Hand of Midas, which is not gonna be like the earliest Hand of Midas in the world, but for a support CM, the fact that he has Tranquil Boots 9 minutes in, that's already pretty impressive, honestly. If he's able to get this Hand of Midas up like by 15, and that looks pretty realistic, given he's actually has a free lane to farm, then. Yeah, or just like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
Must end. Coin for me.
Keizu has been pretty much on point in this game. He's first of all evenly laned up against the Lifestealer, which is just fine. Done quite a few kill setups for the team, and is just a constant threat. The beauty of that kill in particular is that he got the kill for the team without needing to use the hook shot. He only used the flare for vision, so he can still dive this tower and really support mid-one's push if they felt so inclined. And it looks like they'll have a chance to do so because Vega are bringing another hero down bottom. Now the smoke is going mid, it looks like.
The silence is broken.
Learn from your mistake.
Oh, G?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm pretty sure G thought that the hook shot was down. Like, you get that many kills involvements with the clockwork in like a minute, you have to assume that like, oh, he must have hook shot one of those guys, right? So I'm gonna go in and I'll be safe. But there was definitely no hook shot used, so Lone Druid kind of just suicides in that position. And Keizu is happy to continue roaming around because, you know, hookshot's cooldown is on the lower end of things. Only 30 seconds left till he has another one. And he's also going for a Hand of Midas, so Secret are going to get pretty nuts out of control in the late game. I think it was almost there, actually.
Under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, but Puppy, Freezing Field, look at this top lane. Freezing Field to farm for the Midas. Yeah, got it. Worth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let your guard down.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Rack it on.
Such thing as a free ride.
I mean, yeah, they were just really eager to get a kill there. That was literally their entire team to push in towards the mid lane, gets a kill on a honestly worthless / expendable support from the Secret standpoint. Yes, they get a tower, but it's not for free because they leave a Terrorblade to his own devices, and we all know what happens when you do that. Terrorblade is going to tear down your structures, and he did that on the bottom lane very easily. Now is his Dragon Lance completed? I mean, at a certain point, you do have to make those kind of risky, desperate plays as Vega in order to get a couple kills, get back into the game through that kill bounty. 5 heroes and not even winning the tower exchange, that is just a little bit too expensive. And now that they see double Midases on the CM and the Clockwork, they got to make even more aggressive plays.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mm-hmm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Mag has
attack.
his Blink Dagger. That is the item they need if they are going to kill MP.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Countdown. Highlight dive. Walk back. Rocket 2. No, there is. Great run, that's allowed.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
He was buying items, I think.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that was Batrider with Blink Dagger in that engagement, so now Secret know about it. But Batrider didn't actually use the Blink because he just kind of had Shadow Demon delivered to him straight away. If you're gonna be in this position as Vega, like Batrider Blink Dagger needs to be used, I want to say almost exclusively on the Ember Spirit to try to just, you know, cash in on that rubber band bonus, and with a Life Stealer or a Slaughter try to get those kills. Saneko cancel the TP. Run, Saneko.
Sound the depths.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you do that. I mean, there is like some satisfaction to be had from canceling TPs, kind of just like an FU to the person who's channeling, but it's not even a scroll, it's travels, so MP has unlimited TPs in this game. And out towards top lane, oh, the gank train of Pili Die Puppy looking for a lone druid. That would have been pretty crazy. By the way, while that bottom lane, while that bottom lane fight was going on, Secret were top with mid one. He was not in that engagement, and he was pushing down the top tier 1. And now this Terrorblade with the Dragonlance and Terrorblade and Shadow Demon help rather is crushing tier 2s. So Vega lose towers while they are doing very little. They're smoked up with pretty much everyone towards bot. There's no reason for Secret to go towards bot. They will outrace Vega very handily if Vega really want to do race.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh yeah. Crystal Maiden at this point has the... Oh wait, jump in MP.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Mm-hmm.
Jackpot.
cost them 3 ultimates, but you have to go for those plays if you're Vega. You have to take the high risk, high reward plays. Going for the Ember Spirit, going for the Terror Blade with all of those ultimates is so completely worth it for Vega. It was going to take a long time for them to be ready for that. Again, 90 seconds left on the CD for Silencer's ult. But at this point, they really don't have any other way of getting back into this game except for Lifestealer Bombs with Batrider Lasso backup. It's just not really in the cards. If they can use those ganks to get G a couple of minutes worth of free farm, he now just picked up his Maelstrom. It will buy them just a little bit of space to maybe try to balance out this farm deficit. They're still racing up against 2 Hands of Midas, so it's going to be really tough, but at least for Vega right now, they have a chance since they have their Blink Daggers. But MP finds another one.
Here at the end of this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I mean, these tier 2s, well, actually, this tier 2, because the last one is pretty much immediately forfeit. Even if Vega do want to just jump in, they would not have a global silence to do so. They have to give that one up. And now Illusions can start streaming in towards this bottom lane, and with only Sioma here to defend against it, this tower should be taking a beating if it were to fully commit. They want to go towards top, though. Keizu Puppy already in position for Mag.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, no, Steve.
Let death become peace.
And this tempo game from Secret is kind of getting out of control. We've seen a lot of Ember Spirits in the games we've casted where he may have this build where you get Veil, you go for this kind of heavy magic damage setup, but you don't really get the items very quickly. We haven't really seen many like this one where Ember Spirit just gets a little ahead and then he's able to just Goomba Stomp whoever he wants, get all of the items he could possibly want, and just kind of stay unkillable. So this is definitely a change of pace for us, I guess. Maybe not for the patch, but Ember Spirit keeping tempo with the clockwork, all backing up a Terrorblade who's already kind of fight ready is so difficult to deal with. They've had another Lasso Global Silence now for 30-ish seconds to a minute for Vega. They haven't had a chance to use it. Like, every single second that passes is Vega getting further and further behind. Keizu. Oh, and mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nothing. Okay. Get one. Blink away, MP. Solid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Quiet raging. Last over the instant disrupted your highlights out with the stage. So everybody out, but it's not. Ember Spirit is back! Drop the magic. Boom, and the fuse sector as well. Quick answer, man. One. Jump down by mid one. He will roast one. He will roast two. It's a triple. Ember goes. Can't give it a roasted. No magic. And omelet. Constantly. He calls it out. And Poppy destroys the blizzard, but did you run? That one. And went there.
Is for the master. There is no master.
I have a feeling that both these two teams have like, or at least Secret, they're kind of just taking this one really relaxed. Mid one had a good second to 2 seconds there to sunder a full health lifestealer, which he could have very easily done. Obviously, Crystal Maiden kind of just holding her ground, channeling Freezing Field when it's pretty obvious that it's not going to work up against the lifestealer. Just decides to go for it anyway because, you know, why not? You're very, very far ahead, 10k plus in golden experience. The play from Secret is still good, but it's just, it seems like they're kind of taking this easy. Vega, though, they take this opportunity of getting some kills to go straight for Roche, and look at it fall. Desolator, that haze. Roche is theirs. Like 3, 4, 5 seconds, but MP is pissed about this one. Yeah, he's dead.
For naught.
Kazu's hunting Mag.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks is gone.
You're looking really closely. You can kind of see the cracks begin to show in Secret's draft, insofar as Ember Spirit is someone that Vega can deal with very easily. If they silence or disable him, they crush through his health pool in a matter of seconds. Getting a lasso on Terrorblades is pretty much going to kill him off every single time. Vega do have these tools, but they need to land all of that at exactly the same time, ideally with a pick off beforehand, and hopefully Kazu isn't going to interrupt any of that. It's just so much has to go right at this point for Vega. They are just that far behind, and it kind of has to start with a Lifestealer going on the aggressive, killing off an Ember Spirit. Like, I feel like if that happens, if Mag is able to Lifestealer bomb onto MP, then Vega actually still have a pretty decent shot at this because Ember Spirit is kind of soft to Lifestealer, but so far that has only happened like once. Maybe not even once.
This'll come in handy.
You mean Terrorblade is able to last hit easier than a Crystal Maiden? Say it ain't so.
And it's off.
Pretty sure as CM, do you always get the cast range talent? It's a level 17 CM 27 in. Yeah, I guess. And they're just massing up Lotus Orbs now.
It's too hard because you're going to stop. There's the thunder waiting for the health change, and there you go. Surprise, they puppy.
They got the Ember Spirit though. They got the Ember Spirit, and it is exactly what I said they needed to do, kind of, almost. So, yeah, they got him, but now they have to deal with mid one, who has a friggin' Eye of Scotian. Oh, MP's not done. Can't stop this man.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Discover what lies beyond.
Dire's top tower is
Not even
falling.
fight.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower
Wait,
is under
how does
attack.
Puppy have more net worth than MP? What the hell? How does Puppy have third place net? He has second place net worth. What? What?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Team Secret victory.
I kind of remember that happening. I don't remember like what team or who it was, so I'm gonna take your word for it. But again, much like last game, if